Hello everybody. Okay, so I know I lost in the last video I said that I was gonna start when the quests end, but I think it's really important for me to start during it and explain it a little more. I was just kinda getting a little worried last time how long the video was, but now I realize that I should actually explain it a little more, due to some of the things that people had commented on it. So what I'm gonna do is um our foal, she is at 1 year and 2 months, and she's the bonuses that she has is she has spurs, which they gave her. She has a philosopher's stone and a Cronus's fortune, which I believe we both saw. Why are you doing that? Stop. Which you both saw in the you all saw in the last video. But what I've been doing since then is I've just been playing with her, doing foal games, and basically, so you start out, you put your foal to bed, you groom her, you let her drink, then you stroke, or sorry, you put her to bed. I know that sounds weird, but you want to do it at the beginning so you don't forget. So you put her to bed, you groom, you you give them a drink, then you play with them the max possible that you can for the whole day, even if their level goes all the way to 0. You're going to do the most amount that you can. Then you must stroke, carrot, feed, and it should be the recommended number that they give you. I already fed her, so you can see. But that would be at 0, 8, so you want to click on the 8 and then click feed, and it'll feed her. And so that's where I am today. But I want you guys to notice something. Is notice how when you go into play and you click for 30 minutes, I like to call it 0.5 because I like using these numbers here. So if you go for like 0.5, it shows you how much energy that half an hour increment uses. So if you see like this, that's 9. So, but this is like 4.5. See right here, you always want your foal's energy to be above 20. If you're above 20 or 20, your foal will be absolutely fine. So if you get it like so close to 20, or if it is 20, that's perfect. Now if you do not want to go below, or otherwise your horse will get like impacted by that. So see here, I could actually go an extra 30 minutes, with which I'm going to do, and that will add that 0.6 to the skills, which made a big impact. So you want to make sure that you take every advantage of doing games that you can, because the games that you do with your foal impacts them later on in life. Like, it has a certain ability on it. They have a certain ability to earn skills that during training and stuff, and the more you play with your foal at a younger age, the more they're able to obtain skills and such. So you want to play with your foal as much as you can, so like I did thus. And after that, you want to age your horse. Yes, I want to use one aging point. Okay, so they want us to age her up to 1 year and 6 months, which she's 1 year and 4 months now, so that means one more aging after this. So I'm going to show you guys once more. You're going to put to bed, groom, drink, and then we're going to play. You're going to go for max amount, then confirm. But then guys, make sure you do go back to play, because see this? She could totally play a bunch more. Now, if you do the total max, like that's how much is in there, they're not going to let you do that. I think that's like a glitch in the game. But if you do 12, you can do 12. Because I know at some points you can get to 0%, which I don't ever understand that. But in this point you can't. So we're just gonna let them do that, do whatever they want, and then we're gonna like fill out the rest. We're gonna do 8 feed because that's what they say. Oh, and guys, oh, I missed it. Did you all see, like, if you go back in the video a little bit, you saw this little question center, little looking thing there? It shows how much, fodder that the question center is going to give to you. And then if you exceed that amount, you end up using the rest that, like, if there's 3 here, and you use more than that, like more than 3, like we used 8, that means that in our inventory in the store here, you can come see the store. In here we have, this is our fodder. We have to buy, we can sell it, this is our fodder. But the equestrian centers, like the little boxes and equestrian centers that the horses stay in, they can give you food to a certain amount, and so that equestrian center gave me 3 food, which means I only had to technically use up 5, because I'm just gonna say like 5 pounds of food. I only had to use up 5 pounds of food because the equestrian center gave me 3. So it's kind of nice because then you don't have to use up all your food. But equestrian centers with food and with, like, they can also have like carrots, or as you'll see later, mashes and oats. If they offer that, usually they're a lot more expensive. And like I explained in the last video, if you have your own equestrian center and you have all that stuff already, it's kind of best to use your own food, because then you can get cheaper equestrian centers, and the food's a lot cheaper if you get it yourself. So unless you find like a really good deal, like if you can get an equestrian center for 3 days and it's 60 equus, and you can get either like any of the additions, then definitely take that place. Like that's definitely good. But if it's any more than 60, I'd say don't go for it. But then again, you also have to be careful because you want a pretty good prestige. Like if you have a really, really good horse who's in a lot of competitions and does very well in the Grand Prix or in, like I said, the competitions, and is an overall really good genetic potential horse, you want to put it in a really good equestrian center with a really good prestige, because you want them to be able to the really good equestrian centers will give you bonus points. In here, see the equestrian center bonuses. We get 7 from this equestrian center. But some equestrian centers could be like 12, or some of the bad ones are like 2, or some are none. So you want to like get the best kind of equestrian center that you can for those type of horses. But for this foal, we're not trying that, so I think we're just going to stick with the cheap, because that's just kind of the best way to start out with, because we're not in any real need of skills. This kind of comes into part when you're doing competitions, and that's when it's mainly important. So right now, we don't really need any of that information right now. So we'll just continue on. We'll see, can we play another time? Yes, we can. Really hope that yeah. I don't know if that gave us any skills, but we'll see. See? Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen it like even like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to age our horse. Oh, look. See? And they gave us oats. That's, now we can use our own oats, and we don't have to worry about the equestrian center giving us oats. Okay. So now our horse is now 1 year and 6 months old and can go out on rides. Rides are the second way to earning skills. You'll soon discover more. Okay, so we want to go riding with our horse, which means whenever you start out a day, like this should be like your morning routine. Every time you use a horse, you want to put them to bed first. I know that sounds really weird, but you can do anything else. So if you forget to put your horse to bed, that's really bad, and they could get really sick from that. So it doesn't affect them whether you put them to bed last or first. So if you put them to bed first, that way you remember it, and it's just kind of like written in your brain to do it. Otherwise, if you do it last, a lot of people tend to forget, and yeah, that's really bad. So then you want to go groom, which boosts up your horse's morale. See? Right here. Makes them happier. And then you want them to drink, which gives them 1 morale and 2 energy, which boosts that up energy a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to go to rides, and thus that means we're going to have to look into the genetic potential and see what ride is best for our horse. So our horse, we want to look for the highest one, which is Gallop right here with 90. Now this may not be the same with every, this is definitely not the same for every species of like horse or pony, or just the different types, breeds of horses have different genetic potentials. Like I know the paint horses are different from this versus the quarter horses are very much different from this. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the highest one for this horse, which when you go into here, that's this horse. So you want to see what their highest genetic potential is, and we see that Gallop is the highest right here. And so that means that that's going to be your primary one that you want to do. And then again, you could do that. You could look for which one of these, just kind of check out which one in here. Gallop's in this one. It'll have Gallop, Dressage, and Jumping in this one. And this one should be the other 3. Yep. Speed, Stamina, and Trot. Speed, Stamina, and Trot. Yep. Trot is usually pretty low on most horses, but it's higher on the French Trotter, I believe. And a few other horses are pretty good in trot, but most horses are very bad in trot. So that's usually one that you want to boost that skill, but you just don't have to worry about it too much in most horses, unless that's your like primary, secondary, or the 3rd most important skill. You want to focus on the 3 top skills, which is Gallop for this horse, Speed, and Dressage. So that's the 3 that you really want to focus on. So we're going to go for Forest for this first time, and I will show you guys in a minute, once we age up the horse, what I like to do after we do this. So you want to do as many possible. So what are we doing? Why is it taking 0 energy? What did I do? Whoa, that's weird. Is that a glitch? Are you guys seeing this? Does anybody know what's happening? Whoa, did we just get like a free ride? That was really cool. I hope you guys all just saw that, because that was really cool. I've never seen that before in my life. So, you see what happened was I went all the way up here and it used no energy. That was really amazing. Oh crap. Okay, sorry. So what happened is, okay, so I can show you guys, this is a mistake I made. Normally, I'm a lot more careful than this. Wow. You want to make sure that you have at least 30 minutes. Well, you want to end your day at 22:00, which is okay, which is 10 o'clock at night. And so you want to have time, you want to have 30 minutes before that, so you want to stop doing anything else before that. Within that time, before it gets to 22:00, you want to have fed your horse at least once, because it's really bad if you didn't. And see how I don't have enough time. I need 30 minutes to do that, and I don't have enough time now. So that means I just have to age my horse and hope for the best. So, oh, I have to follow what they're telling me. Okay, let's just go to general ranking. Okay, so we'll follow this, and then I'll show you guys. So, we followed this. This is why the quests get very annoying. In case you all see that. This is why they get very annoying. Okay, so now we need to feed her and age her to 2. Whoever. Ooh. We can't feed you, though. We can't feed you because I made a mistake, so we're gonna have to age you. And then we'll feed her. Okay. So let's start out the day. Let me concentrate this time. See guys, see how much normally it starts at like 90 something. But today, all her levels dropped way down. That's because I made that crappy mistake of not letting her eat yesterday. If in real life, if this was a real horse, I would have really badly hurt the horse, and this is why I do not own any real horses. Normally, I'm not that clumsy of a person. Wow. Okay, so in this case, a way to fix it is you want to stroke, you want to do all your vitals, you want to do carrot, you want to feed her, and also this, when it says give her 20 fodder, that means you want to follow that, and you want to give her 20. Oat, I highly suggest you do the same. I know a lot of people don't suggest that, but it just is a way to kind of give like a shock boost to your horse's health. It will help them get better faster. And now we can have some rides since we have some extra energy. And now I can explain to you guys what I was going to do yesterday before I clumsily screwed up everything. What you do normally is, a lot of people say just do the one that has your highest rank in it. But what I normally do is, since I have 2 in one and 1 in the other, I usually do alternate days. Well, it'd be sets of months. But like every other day, like yesterday I did forest, today I would do mountain, tomorrow forest, day after mountain, and back and forth. So then it kind of allows you to get both type of skills in there, so that's really good. And so we want to take 20. We want to stay above 20. So we want to take 65 minus 20 and get 45. Okay, so you want to do under 45. Okay, so we cut right on 45. That's good. Yep, 20. So then you're done. Don't click any more of that, and definitely don't click any more of that. Then you want to go to age, and you would age your horse. Okay. See, happy horse, except for your health and morale. But that will take time to boost up. The important thing is your energy, though. Well, your health's just as important, but your energy is kind of more important right now. Okay, so we did mountain yesterday. We're going to do forest now. So we're going to do as many as we can. Get that done. And see, we still have room, so we can do some more. There we go. Ta-da! Now we can stroke, carrot, feed, Come on, computer. Don't be mean. You can be nice. Okay, there we go. And see how there's that extra? And it looks like we might be able to do another one. We cannot, because 9 is greater than 6. So that means we would use more than 20. So we always want to... This is the magical rule of Howrse energy life. You're going to stay above 20. It's very important. So then we're going to age our horse. And yep, not bad. I just gave you some mashes. You can use them to restore our horse. This is morale and health if needed. Read the next quest. Yes, we very much so need you to improve our horse's health and morale. Okay, sorry, bit sidetracked. Okay, so we're gonna put our horse to bed. We're gonna groom and drink. Finally, okay, so we get to do the trading now. I'm really excited because this is what I do best at. A lot of times you'll hear the bulb. This is the so-called bulb that everybody pays attention to and everybody focuses on. Big harder on the bulb. There we go. So if you hover over this, you'll see that it says age, training, and victories. The age, notice, hence our horse is at 2 years old. That's why it says 2 out of 10. And the training is this right here. And it says out of 3. And see where these little triangles are? Right here, here, here. That is your 3 main. Notice on here, the top 3. 3 main skill sets that your horse needs to learn. Now, notice if you have a different breed, they may not be the same. And if you have a different breed, they may not all 3 be there. So I will tell you what to do if all 3 are not there. That means you have to come over here and you need to calculate what your top 3 skill sets are. And you need to come over here and see which one's your top one, which one's your second one, and which one's your third. So once you figure that out, you want to take your top one, which is the one that's the highest. Here is Gallop, and that's the one that you want to use first. And then once you fill that one up, you go to your second, and then your third, and your fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on. Well, and then you're done, but so on. And I want to explain the victories. Before your horse reaches 10 years old, you want to finish your 3 top skills training, and you want to get 20 victories, which is, if you come here to the characters page, it is not here yet because our horse cannot do competitions yet. But when our horses can, I will explain that more to you guys. But you have to win 20 competitions and get like the gold, the first place in all of them, in order to get your horse bulked up to 100% full. And our horse is actually pretty good there already. I think that's pretty much just from aging, because we didn't do anything else. So we're going to fill this up all the way. Train. Yes, we know. We did good. We are good. Okay. So we did this. We got it filled out. And actually, guys, I want you to look at this. Notice how we have even more room, that we could totally use this tiny little bit. Notice how with Gallop, we have to use -7 energy, but they're not all the same. Like, notice this one is -5, and I believe speed is 8, and so is stamina. And trot is 7, jumping is 7, I do believe. But dressage is usually the smallest, so you can usually sneak in the 30 minutes of dressage in here, in between things, which is good. But we're going to actually take that extra gallop since we have room. And I do believe that extra little bit, yes, was because during your training sessions, and especially because we have this Cronus's Fortune, it'll give you little extra energy points here, like, and explain it down here. Like, she ate a corn cob during her training lesson, or sometimes they'll say she found and ate a pumpkin or something like that. Something that's good for your horse and will give it energy. And that's why you'll see some of these weird fluctuations between your numbers in your levels on horse. So totally ignore this arrow because it's being very, very stupid right now. You should be stroking your horse first. Okay? Then you give it a carrot. And then we are going to give it a mash. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Enter the price for Cronus's timer. Okay, so that means you have to go to the black market, which the Cronus's timer is a black market item, which means you can use it on your horse. You can use these things on your horses to improve their overall being, either in reproduction, performance, luck, or new players. Like, if you wanted to open your equestrian center and or buy and sell horses, basically what it says, there's no restrictions. It'll just automatically let you do that. And a gallifol is, you can break the stone and it'll give you another foal, like your very first one was. Our first foal, how we got to choose the color and breed of it just by beginning the game. Well, if you buy this, you can get another one. And passes. Okay, the fun looking passes. If you guys do not know what passes are worth 40,000 equos is equal to 1 pass. You can take a pass and you can make it into equos, but you cannot make equos into a pass. You cannot do that. But you can make passes into equos. And you can either buy passes with real money, like from real world money. Woo! You can go buy that through the pass page. Here, it'll let you choose how you want to pay for that and stuff. And what I like to do is right here. This is where I get all my passes. Well, the ones that I don't get from buying and selling horses, I get through this little thing right here. You come over to here, passes, you click on that, and it brings you down here to this. And it's basically what it says. After your 50th day on horse, you can buy a pass with 20% of your reserve every 30 days on the game. So that means after if we go to here to our page, you can come over here, seniority, 1 day, uno day. Okay, so you can come over here, and basically what happens is once you reach 50 days, you can get 1 pass with 20% of this. So that would be like, I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but 20% of your equos, you can get 1 pass, and then the increment changes, and then every 30 days you can get a new pass on the game. So then you can like accumulate passes and get something really big, or you can spend them every 30 days, which is basically every month. So every month you can like get that. But notice your seniority is the amount of days you're on the game. Like, say you skip a day by accident or something, that they do not count that day. These are only the days you log in. So it's important that you log in every day. Okay, so now I need to get back on track. It wanted us on the quest to find the price for Cronus's timer, which is in the black market. It's a black market item. It cost pass, and that's how we got all mixed up. This is the Cronus's timer. It allows you to train your horse twice as fast, and basically, all the skill training that we have to do, it will do it in less time. It will just kind of make it speed up really fast. This is great for people who are really good in the game and stuff. They love this because it allows them to skill up their horses twice as fast and also bulb them twice as fast. Yet then again, we all hate it because it's really expensive, which one pass in US dollars is $3. So this is $6 in real life right here. So yeah, we're gonna, yeah, not a lot of people buy passes, but I don't have money for that, so I just kind of earn it as I go along in games and stuff, and buying and selling courses. So, what I'm gonna do is go back to requests, see Cronus's timer, 2 passes. Okay, we're gonna go back to follow the quest, and that is 2 passes. 2 passes. 2 passes. Sorry, my keyboard wasn't working. Confirm the next quest. Oh, did you guys see that? They gave our horse a, well, they gave us a Cronus's timer, which we have to put on the horse by going through this page right here. And then it'll come up this page. We know we don't have passes, but we have one in our inventory, and we're going to use the item. And look, it gave us a black orchid, which if you read right here, I'm not going to read that, and it'll show you how that is used. Oh, they wanted us to bed her down, and then it's explaining about that, but we already did that. So we're going to read the next quest. Okay, so we need to do a mission now. So we need to do one mission, which our horse already did training. So we're not going to do a mission. We're going to age her first. And before we do that, we're actually going to, we still got 17 extra energy points. Energy percentages, I guess, that we can use on our horse. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now we're going to age. And there we go. So now we can go ahead, start, wake up, morning routine, you know. Like you, it's kind of like you wake up in the morning, get out of bed, you get dressed, you kind of wash your face, or take a shower or something. I know that's totally different. Like, you're getting a drink and you're totally grooming and stuff. But you're kind of like fixing your hair, and you're eating breakfast or something. I don't know. You can sort of imagine it. Okay, I'm totally not that weird normally. I'm just really tired, so sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to do our lesson. Yep, we did that. Oh, and they gave us a I'm not going to attempt how to say that. I'm just going to call it a stroke, which is nothing good in real life, but in this game it is. So, that black market item allows us to stroke our horse twice, which means we can do this 2 times. And before we do that, you'll be able to buy and sell horses. How many days seniority can you sell a horse in auction? I'm just going to tell you guys that it's 10, because I know that. You can go into here to sales, check it out though. if you forget. You need at least 10 days seniority. Lunge bonus. Okay, that's another bonus. Those are good. Okay. Be able to cover soon. And we want to age her to 2 and 6 months. And then we're going to want to be able to cover. We're going to want to cover our horse. Okay. So that means we're going to want to, in the meantime, train our horse. We'll make sure we train our horse all the way. Okay, there we go. See, notice how it stroked our horse twice. Because of that new little item. Black blanket item. Now we're going to want to give our horse food. And oats. And now we are going to want to train our horse again. And if you guys the rides, you kind of, once you get into training, you don't do them as much, but you are eventually going to need to go back and finish your rides. It's kind of like training in itself. It kind of teaches your horse basic skills and stuff, and it does the 3 skills that I showed you before, but there's a certain amount that you can do beyond, like after you finish all your training, you want to go back and finish the rides, and it adds a tiny bit more skills in there. But you want to be careful because you want to make sure that you do it before 10 years is up, otherwise you won't be able to get any more skills at all. So sometimes it's best to do your rides first so you get them done before 10 years, because you can finish your training after 10 years, but you can't finish your rides. And the only training that's important is the first 3, and that shouldn't take you nearly as long. You should be able to finish that up within a couple of years. So you should do your first 3 trainings, and then you want to go to rides, and then you want to finish the rest. And in the meantime, you want to do your competitions, which you can do at 3 years. But we're not that old yet. We're not that old yet. Okay. So we can do 32, which means 2 hours is the most we can train. And look, see, it's perfect. It ended at 22. I totally forgot to check that too. So I'm really happy that worked. Now we're going to want to confirm. Okay, we need to age our horse. Our horse is at 2 years and 4 months. So that means we're going to want to age our horse one more time. Go bed, groom, drink. Then we're going to gallop some more. We could actually do a mission. I suppose it's good because it'll give us some good skill points as well. But normally I don't use them that much, but you can. Then you want to do the rest in training. And notice how we don't have enough to do gallop. But if you come over here to dressage, that's only 5. So you can do this instead. And then use up that little extra instead of wasting it. That extra energy. And come over here, feed your horse. And you want to do the rest. See, notice how fast that's going up because of the order that we're doing things. Then you can do 35. You should be able to do it here. And do 35. Yep. 20. It's under 22. So that's good. And okay. Age your horse. And this is the magical year month, because once you reach 2 years and 6 months, you get a new horse that they give you, and it's a male. So if you had a male horse to begin with, it'd be female, and if you have a female horse like this horse, it's male. So that way you can have them breed, and they can have a foal or a filly. So I'm gonna read the next quest, and that should be the last quest. Yes, see? Oh no, close. We need to offer a covering with thoroughbred. Such an inventive name. How will we change that? We can change that quick. Why don't we change it? And I showed you guys my naming procedure in the last video, but I'll show you again. So it's a male, it's a thoroughbred, which you just kind of abbreviate the names a little bit, however your system is, that's fine. Or you can just name them your own. This is my way, you guys don't have to do the same as me. And genetic should be the same. Yep, 350, no stars. 350 dash 0 S 0 stars. And then we want to put a P because it's a purebred. Confirm. Yep. And I actually like to choose a specialty because thoroughbreds do best Western, or thoroughbreds do best English, but other horses do best Western, versus some of them, like I do believe that paint horses do best Western, whereas thoroughbreds do best English because they're really good race horses. So a lot of the skill sets are like the way they are in real life, and we want to reserve for one of the winners. So like paint horses are kind of Western horses because they're from the West. So they do better in a lot of Western competitions, whereas thoroughbreds are natural racers and stuff in real life, so they're really good at English riding in the game. So I think that's really good, and it's really educational because it teaches you about real life as well. So, okay, that's my speech for the day. I'm done. Okay, so we're gonna want to go back. I'm just going back to our horses page right here. This is when you come into here and you click my horses, this page will come up. It's kind of like your breeding farm kind of thing. And it'll show you where your horses are, so you can click on them. And we did that, so we can read the next quest. We want to cover her. Okay. Okay. That worked. Come in there. Cost. And there's a small fee. This extra fee is so you can pay for vet fees and stuff. And so your vet can be there when they give birth and stuff. Okay. Achilles heel is really good. See, breeding here. Thanks to Achilles heel, if your horse goes to bed too late or with too little energy, it will wake up with as much energy, health, and morale as if it had been put into bed with at least 20% energy and before 10 p.m. Which doesn't mean that the energy and health and stuff will be at 100%, but it means that it'll be like as good as new in the morning as it normally would be had you have followed just the regular protocol for putting your horse to sleep at 10 o'clock and for 20% energy. But now what that means is, now that that's on there, you don't have to worry about what time you put your horse to bed or what the percentage is here. So this is really nice because then we don't have to worry about it, and we can train our horse a lot faster and a lot more now. but notice that this is only on the one horse. It is not on, you can use these buttons to change horses. It is not on our male horse. He has a Philosopher's Stone, but he does not, and I repeat, he does not have any of the other things that we do. These are for individual horses, so it doesn't carry on between all your horses. I know a lot of people get confused with that. I don't understand why. Oh no, we need to go buy some more mashes. So we can come over to the store here. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, while between this video and the last video, I had bought 10 carrots, and notice they're like all gone because we used them all. So I'm gonna actually buy some more of our mashes. I'm gonna buy 10. Okay, good, we got enough money. I'll probably buy 20 then. Buy 20. I'm gonna buy. And we're gonna buy 20. Because we'll go through them fast. Of the carrots. And oats as well. I'm gonna buy a few oats. We'll go through 50 because we use oats a lot. And they're really cheap. Okay, go back to follow the quest. So now we want to, okay, notice, see right here, information, in our breeding, that means our horse has been bred today, and tells us who the father is, and it'll show how many times she's been covered, and you can go to here to see the family tree, which is the parents and stuff, and you can go in to see who the offspring were, who, like her babies and stuff, who she gave birth to. And so now we're going to want to train our horse the rest of the way. Stroke, stroke, carrot, mash, feed, feed, wait still, and oh, notice how gallop is all done. We did all the training that we need to in that one. So that means we go into genetic and we see what our second highest one is. And that's speed. So that means we want to do speed next. So we can do 35 because we have extra. So we can do that. Yep. It looks kind of funny, but once you get them all out, it'll be a lot bigger, kind of more normal shape looking thing. Not just all one, because notice it's all just one that we did. So it kind of shows up over here as just one. Okay, so, oh, and I forgot to show you, there's our new bonuses that our quest gave us as prizes. Okay, so we got everything done, so we can age our horse. And I think that I'm going to sign off now, guys. And it's pretty much more training and just doing the same thing along here. And I will come back when I age her to 3 years, because then she'll be able to enter competitions, and I'll show you guys that. So that's when I'll start the next video. If you guys have any more questions about things you want me to go over, just leave stuff in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you and add it into the next video. Okay, see y'all. Bye.